Today we are talking about canned emails within Dubsado. And for those of you that don't know what a canned email is, it's where you send those same regular emails to your clients day to day. And today we talk all about how they can work for you in your business. Hello, you're listening to the Courageous Goals podcast. This podcast is for high achieving, courageous women who want growth and the know-how to scale their business online. Running a business is a journey and a process. The more we learn in action, the more we succeed. If you're a woman in business, this is the podcast for you. Be in the 5% of businesses that make it. Let's get bold and create the life we desire. I'm bringing my passion to you through advice, coaching, inspiration, and support to help you create and design the life and business you want to live. I am a Dubsado expert, CPD certified in social media platforms, and a lover of admin systems and processes. I am an accredited ICF coach, specialising in trauma and narcissism. My own coaching journey has supported my growth immensely, and I want to share those highlights with you to inspire and give you courage. Let's get intentional with our goals and make them happen. Let's get started. Hello and welcome to the Courageous Goals podcast today. Today I'm continuing the Dubsado theme of the last few weeks, and today we are going to be talking about canned emails. Now, I had no idea what canned emails were or what it meant or, what they can do for you. And if you're one of those people, let me tell you, if you don't know what it is, you need it. So, to summarize, a canned email is where you write those emails that you write all of the time. So if you work with someone on the same package regularly and you know that you send them an email such as, "Here is your contract before we begin work together. If you wouldn't mind signing it and getting it back to me, blah, blah, blah." Or, "Hello, client A, here is your first invoice. Payment will be due within the next week or so, blah, blah, blah." Or, whatever it is. So these canned emails are emails that you send on a regular basis, just to different people, and you might write out time and time again. Or potentially, if you're already very organized, you might have these emails already created and you might have them saved as a draft within, say, your Gmail account or something like that, so that you can then copy and paste and just edit a few details. I had this for a couple of emails, but not every single email that I used to send. However, canned emails is like the next level up. So you can create all of these emails that you regularly send, but it also thinks of other emails that you don't potentially, that you wouldn't think, "Oh, actually, I know that I send that regularly, so why have I not picked up on that one?" So there's all different sorts of emails that you can use. So just for an example, some of the emails that I send, especially for my Dubsado setups, so I have the initial email, which is send the proposal. So that's what my canned email is called, but that's not what it will come through as when my client receives it. So basically it's to say, "Welcome to working with me as your Dubsado setup, person. Here is your proposal. Please have a look at your packages and clearly, read through everything to ensure that you understand what you're getting for your money. This is how much it is. If you're happy to go ahead, please select the package." So then they'll do that. Then the next step would be onboarding them as a client. So because they've now accepted their proposal package, they will now receive their contract, their initial questionnaire, an invoice, and things like that. So I send them a portal canned email, which gives them their unique link and login details for their Dubsado portal, because they're a client of mine. So they will get access to my Dubsado portal, where they will see all of their forms and their invoices and any booking links, etc., things like that. So that's another canned email. In addition, they will get other canned emails such as, here is your checklist form, please complete this. Here is a link to book your session, please do this, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. There is also another email that might invite them to a Google Drive, or to let me know what their documents are for this, what their branding is for this, so that I can implement everything into Dubsado. As you can see, there's a pattern here. So there's a pattern to how a Dubsado setup works, which I'm kind of giving you. In addition, it lets you know what canned emails that I send regularly in order to do that, in order to do a Dubsado setup. There are many more canned emails that go with a Dubsado setup, so I won't go into all of that because that can be quite lengthy. As you know, a Dubsado, well, if you don't know, a Dubsado setup is quite a lot of work. It's a big project. So then another regular canned email you might send is, thank you for working with me. Would you mind filling out this feedback form? And, so. All of these all work together. Now, you might be asking why I'm telling you about canned emails, because this will also help you automate your business. So not only will these canned emails be created, ready, sat in your Dubsado, like waiting, they also pull in your smart fields. So I don't know if you listened to a previous episode about Dubsado, but I mentioned smart fields then, and this is where it pulls in your specific client's details. So it might pull in their name or their specific project that you're working on together. It might pull in maybe an invoice detail. It could be absolutely anything. And these canned emails will then work with your workflows, which is what I'm going to talk about next week in next week's episode. So if you've listened to the past episodes, these all are starting to work together. So we've talked about the different forms, the schedulers, packages and payment plans. Today we're talking about canned emails, and next week we're talking about workflows. In addition, there is so much more to learn with Dubsado because you will spend a lot of time in your projects. That's where you'll manage your projects and your clients day to day. But what I'm telling you about and what I'm doing these episodes about is all about Dubsado and setting up your master templates for each area, because this is where you really start to build out your Dubsado and make it all work together behind the scenes to work efficiently and save you time. Dubsado has saved me an immense amount of time since I set up my own Dubsado, because the amount of time that you can sit there writing an email or creating a contract, creating an invoice, and ensuring that you've attached this, and potentially, depending how busy you are or how much you pay attention to detail, you could be sending all these emails out regularly and forgetting to send attachments that are really, really needed. You might get a client email you back and say, Leanne, the invoice isn't actually attached to the email. Would you mind sending it through? And yes, that might have happened before. Don't judge me. But the point is, those things won't be missed because you have them set up within Dubsado. So those attachments will always be there, and they work so well, especially if you have things set up where you use the client portal. That's a real, that's so efficient. I keep using that word because that's like one of the main words for me with Dubsado. So if you're not sure what that is, that's basically where your client logs in with their link and their login details, and in their portal they will see everything that you have together where you're working on. So they'll see any contracts that you have, any questionnaires that you might have sent them or they've completed, any invoices that you've sent them and then they've paid, also booking the scheduler with you. So if they want to book into your diary, that scheduler will be there in their portal also. So the portal is a way to hold everything all in one place, because I don't know about you, but the amount of times that I've received emails, and although I archive them into client folders, sometimes you have to scroll through and really find where you saved certain things. So the portal works really well in that way. And again, the canned emails can work with the portal as well, because you will send through the client's portal information in a canned email. And of course, invoice reminders and appointment reminders and things like that, you have those all in canned emails as well. And in addition, whilst I'm looking at it, I also book my podcast interviews through Dubsado also, because that's a huge time saver as well. So I created a lead capture form and a booking link. And when someone asks me to come on a podcast or I invite them, I can just send them the link. I get all of the information that I need from them. I've got that set up in a workflow as well, so that when that's finished, I can send them the details after. Yeah, it works really well. So canned emails, maybe get thinking about what emails you send regularly and how you could make those work for you. And if you've got any questions, again, head over to my group or my socials and just ask me a Dubsado question, especially on a Wednesday. That's the day to ask. But if you have any questions in the meantime, you're welcome to head over to my website or drop me an email. Thank you so much for listening to the Courageous Goals podcast. I really hope you've enjoyed today's episode and taken something of value for you. If you'd love more advice, coaching, inspiration and support, head on over to join many other courageous women in business in our free community group over on Facebook. We'd love to welcome you. You can also find free useful resources over on the website at leannebrown.com/resources. Right, that's all for this week. I look forward to sharing another episode with you next week.